If there was any Christmas rust left over, the Cats got it out of the way early. Cleveland State hung with the Cats here at Bramlage tonight early in the contest, but an 18-0 run helped spur the Cats to an 85-56 win at Bramlage. Jacob Pullen led the way for the Cats with 18. Curtis Kelly chipped in with 17, but it was a 50-30 rebounding advantage and great defense that helped spur the Cats along the way to the win. Aaron Leiker caught up with Coach Martin and the team in the locker room after the game.
Thanks, Corey. It was a big statistical night for the Wildcats, including being able to out-rebound the Vikings by 20. Frank Martin talked about that very thing in postgame.
It's hard to say we can rebound it that well every night, but we got to be closer to that than the inconsistencies that we've had other times out. It's we can be a real good rebounding team. Defensive rebounding for us starts with number one. We can't have breakdowns, because when you have breakdowns, then you have to rotate. When you rotate, now you switch matchups, or you got guys helping, and then it creates a problem in box outs. And then guys have to go rebound the basketball from bad areas of the floor because they're trying to rotate. By not having the breakdowns, we didn't have to rotate as much. So it allowed us to keep our matchups, allowed us to have a cleaner box outs, and then at the end of the day, you have to have the effort. You got to go get the ball. And I thought our guys, for the most part, tried.
Also talking about statistics, a big balanced scoring night for the Wildcats as Jacob Pullen lead scores with 18, Curtis Kelly with 17, and then 13 apiece for Dominic Sutton and Denny Clemente. Jake Pullen saying in postgame that it's all about the balanced scoring for the Wildcats.
We came in, I don't think anybody on this team but Wally was a McDonald's All-American. And, it just shows that, it's not always about talent. You got to have talent, but when you work harder than talent, it always pays off. And, Frank just put a great group of people together. We're bonding together. You don't see nobody out there being selfish or anything. I think we pass the ball well amongst each other. We know where each other's at, and we playing well off of each other. Who's ever hot, we getting them the ball.
There's a lot of history being made by this team, including the best start since 1958-59 season that was played at Ahern Fieldhouse. Dominic Sutton talked about that in postgame.
Just to be a part of something special. Going back 2 years ago, didn't nobody really think we was going to turn out to be this good, because Mike and Bill were going, and it just shows all the hard work that we've put in through the summers and the wars we've been through, and, the hard practices that we had, and, it's paying off for us. And I think if we continue to do it, we'll be better on, and, we'll be more successful.
This game was played on a Tuesday night here at Bramlage Coliseum, right in the middle of winter break, yet more than 12,000 fans were here, had Frank Martin very excited.
When I say that I get chills every time I walk out of the tunnel for a game here at Bramlage Coliseum, I ain't joking. Our fans are unbelievable, the passion and enthusiasm that they bring. And it makes me proud that on December 29th, understanding from the places that our fans come from to get to these games, that on a Tuesday night, we pack this place. I'll say this, we're not perfect. We don't play the game maybe very conventional sometimes. Sometimes we look like we run around with 2 left feet out there. But I'll say this, our guys try. And for those fans to come out and support them is big time.
Chalk up another win for the Wildcats. Let's send it back to Corey.
Thanks, Aaron. Again, the Cats victorious tonight, 85-56 over the Cleveland State Vikings. Only one non-conference game remains this Sunday at noon against South Dakota. The Cats winners of 9 straight, now 12-1 on the season, and the number 12 ranked team in the country as they look forward to Big 12 play. We'll cover it all for you right here at thegamedaynetwork.com. For Aaron Leiker, I'm Corey Dean.